So I'm pivoting again. I'm still wanting to use up this yarn, and what I've decided to do is make a Scrappy bear. Hey, it's Tammy, Crafty Mompreneur. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today is a crochet with me vlog. If you'll remember a few weeks ago, month ago, I'm not really sure how long ago it was, but I made this tutorial for this little octo using this patchwork yarn. And I said in that video that I was gonna do a follow-up video and see how many octos I could make out of this yarn. Well, I've kind of changed my mind because I brought this little guy to my market last and he didn't sell. So I really can't see myself making like however many would come out of this. So I'm pivoting again, and I'm still wanting to use up this yarn. What I've decided to do is take today and make a Scrappy bear. So this was one of the first Scrappy bears that I made. And then I proceeded to make about 8 more of these Scrappy bears. I donated the proceeds from them to a children's cancer foundation. And I love the pattern. So I have this one. This one still needs to be picked up by its owner. I actually have a YouTube of this one being made, and you can check that out here. And usually what I do is I just pick a different color for each part of the Scrappy bear, right? Well, what I've decided to do in today's video is just use this skein of yarn and just crochet straight through the pattern and see how the bear turns out. I'm gonna follow the pattern from beginning to end. We'll start with this and crochet our way through this Scrappy bear pattern. And this is a pattern by Cozy Crochet by Tasha. She has it available in her Etsy, on Ribbler, as well as her website. So I will link all of those down below in the description box so you can find this pattern if you want to make yourself a Scrappy bear. And we're going to see how it turns out. My goal is to get this done today, in one day. I should be able to. I have a pretty open day today. Like, I don't have a lot of stuff planned. I maybe have a couple errands to run. That is what we are doing in today's video. So grab yourself a project and let's crochet a Scrappy bear. Okay, I am going to be using the Ribbler version of this pattern just because it's easier for me to do that on the treadmill. This is the pattern we're going to be using. It's by Cozy Crochet by Tasha. I like the Ribbler version, especially when I'm using it on the treadmill, and instead of changing colors for all the body parts, we are just going to use the one kind of yarn, and I'll let the color changes naturally happen. So let's get going, and I will check in periodically and show you the progress. Okay, so I'm back with an update. Here is where I'm at with the Scrappy bear. This is what I got done on the treadmill. I got the head done. And this is the different colors that came up. And then I got the body done. And so 3 colors came up on this one as well. So I'm gonna go to the next step of the pattern and keep going. It's now, what time is it? 11:19. And I do need to get this done today because this is the video for tomorrow. And I would like to get it at least edited tonight because we have new like fiber internet being installed tomorrow. So I don't know what my internet's gonna be like. So I'm kind of in a time crunch to get this done. So I'm gonna sit down, and the dog wants out. So I am armed with iced coffee and my project, and I'm just gonna sit down and see how much of this I can get done in the next like 2 hours. We'll see. Hopefully I can get it done in 2 hours. That's my plan. 11:19, let's go. Oh, and this is how much yarn I have left. So, all right, time to get some crocheting done. Okay, the next section I am working on is arms, and then I go legs, I think, ears, tail, and patches. So there's still a lot to be done here. And I'm just hoping that I can get this done relatively quickly. Wish me luck. All right, so here's how the first arm turned out. Kind of strange. We got 3 colors for the arm, 3 colors for the body, and kind of 4 for the head. So I guess we'll see what the next arm looks like. Well, it looks like we are getting another color, which this is kind of fun. I'll say it makes making this little guy fun because you don't really know what color's coming next. So because it seems like, I don't know, there's definitely a pattern of the colors so far, I think. So yeah, it goes pink, purple, teal, and then it'll be dark. So I guess there's a pattern to the colors. Just don't know how much yarn for each color, so it's what makes it interesting, I guess. And kind of fun to watch it come together. All right, so I finished another arm and I only got 2 colors. So here's what the arms look like. And now, let's see, I think we move on to legs next. So let's see what the legs turn out like. All right, so here we are. I'm almost done with the second foot. And so far we've gotten 3 colors on this foot, which I think is kind of weird. Like, I don't know, understand this, I don't understand this yarn because I guess maybe there's just different amounts of each color. It doesn't seem like there was this much blue the first time and the second time there was like that much blue. So this yarn really doesn't have a specific amount of each color. So that's what makes this kind of project interesting, I guess. But I do like, you know, this is called, like, the pattern name is like Scrappy Bear. And so I feel like this is just like the perfect pattern for this type of yarn. Usually what I would do is I would be picking out the different colors for each limb and, you know, using up scraps that way. But I feel like this is just a fun little way to make this pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this leg, and then the next thing that we do or the last few pieces are ears, the patches, and then a tail. And then it'll be time to assemble. So we're moving right along, and right now it is 12:22. So I think I've been at this for like an hour. So I'll check in a bit. Okay, so I finished the legs, the arms, the body, the head, and the ears. I still have to make this little tail thing and then patches. And we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I was under the impression that 300 grams of yarn was gonna be enough to make this bear. Clearly, I'm not sure if it is because this is all I have left. This is it. Let's just see if this is enough to make the tail. And then I have 3 patches to make. And I guess we will just make the patches in a different color. I'll just try and match some of the colors in the bear to make this happen. So that's kind of a bummer, and I'm just hoping that this is enough to make the tail. So let's just make the tail together, I guess. And I'm gonna time lapse this, I get, so we can see if it is enough, but I feel like it is. What's that? I feel like it'll be enough. Fingers crossed, but let's do this. Good news, I finished it. I finished the tail, so that's good. And I do have this much left of purple, so let's just see if I can get these patches out of this. And hopefully purple patches will look good on, well, purple patch on that is not gonna look great. Purple patch on that will be fine. Not too excited about a purple patch on this, so I still might do a purple patch on something else. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get the two patches, the two large patches out of this, and then maybe a small patch out of one of these other colors for the head. That's what I got 2 patches out of that last little bit, so that is perfect because I think the patches go on this. So the purple patches will look good on the body. So that works. I'm not excited about having a purple tail and a purple patch, but that's okay. So now I think I just need to go grab a scrap of yarn, and that's gonna be the head. I'm gonna shape his face a little bit. And I need some scrap for the nose and for this patch. So I think I'm gonna grab a yellow because I have to sew on these with a contrasting color. So maybe sew them on with yellow because that'll look yellow, or maybe pink. And then maybe like I'm thinking maybe this color of blue. I'm not sure. Is that black or is that blue? I thought it was dark blue at first, but now I'm thinking it's black. I don't even know. I gotta finish stuffing the head. So I'm gonna go grab some colors and see if we can get this figured out so I can make the last little patch, and then I get to assemble it. Yay, it's gonna get done. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab some pink, yellow, and maybe black. But now to find these colors. It's such a mess. Okay, I feel like this one, no, maybe that one. I don't even know. Here's what I found. I found this teal, which is basically the same color in that Yarnspirations that I ordered. This is light teal, so that's like a perfect match. Then I found this. I think I already had this. I don't know. Which one is this? This is called Deep Fuchsia. And I think that is gonna be close enough. I think that's gonna be close enough to that. And then I just grabbed black because I feel like that is black. No, is it blue? Okay, now that looks dark blue. What the heck is it? Is it dark blue or is it black? So in my camera, it looks dark blue. And I definitely don't have that color, but I feel like black could just work for the nose. Why does it in person looks like black, but on the camera it looks dark blue? I don't even know. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but it'll all come together because I do have this pink and this color that is basically a match. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Okay, we'll figure this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it, and then when it's time to put the patches on, I'll make that final patch for the head. I'll make the final patch for the head after it's all put together because I'm not even really sure what color to go with right now. So next step is to assemble this into
okay, so I know this is kind of a weird angle, but
Here is the bear so far. I got his head attached. I don't know. I got the bear's head attached. I did the ears. And then I did the nose. It's kind of cute how the little pink there. And then his eyes, I did just a little bit of shaping by bringing them in like that. And now I'm gonna do the arms and the legs, and I'll give you an update before I do the patches. And it's almost done. Now, I will say that this part of making this bear is my least favorite part, but I think that some projects lend themselves to sewing on parts more than others. Like, it just doesn't give the same effect with some. And that's why this bear is more expensive than some of the other plushies that I make. This is like a $50 or so bear, whereas, you know, some of my other ones, I think my other ones are like $45 or so for my snugglers, because you just got to get it right when you're putting on these limbs. So I just kind of play with where I think it looks good as the bear is sitting, because sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like with a leg placement, you kind of have to play with it a little bit. And then I should pin it, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes what I'll do is I'll just do like a little quick, like just to hold it like that, to make sure that I like the placement. And then if that's good, no, see, that's not good. Ah. Man. Sometimes. Okay, all the parts are sewn on. Now we get to sew on a couple patches and this little project will be done. So I have two purple ones. One goes on the front, one goes on the back, and then I have to make one for the top of the head. And I think pink. one of those. So when I come back, it will be all done and we'll do the final little like review and wrap up. Okay, before I show you the bear and we go over that, I thought I would give you a little sneak peek of an upcoming video where I'm going to be building a couple of new shelving units and doing another yarn organization, because the Yarnspiration sale, I think I talked about it in previous videos, but they had a sale and these Bernat Blanket skeins, the big ones, they're the, you know, they're the normal size ones, 300 grams, were $7.29. So I kind of stocked up. I think I have one more box coming, honestly. So once that gets here, then we're gonna be doing some yarn wall building, because I got some more, I got 2 more cubbies of those. And we're gonna be fixing my front room. And then I got this from Hobby Lobby to do some little bunnies because it's just a little bit lighter than the taupe. And I think it might work with the Bernat blanket. So yeah, this is my stock of yarn for the summer, because after the 5th, I don't have any more markets. So I'm just going to be crocheting from my stash for the next few months. I'm not sure what these are. I got them for free. And so that's kind of a cool thing, but I don't know, what should I make out of that? Oh, you can put them in a cardigan. What? Zipper to your project. Ooh. So yeah, these were free. So I have a, well, that's a 9-inch. Ooh, that's a nice big one. That's a 22-inch. What's this one? Ooh, 22-inch black one. Oh, I got a lot of black ones. Anyways. Oh, and then this yarn came from Michael's because I had some rewards to use. And this is going to be a project, one of my bigger projects that I do. So I might use these for some peeps. That could be cute. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go grab the bear and show you the bear, and we will finish out this video. Okay, and now for the reveal of the final bear. And I took on this challenge to crochet from this skein of yarn only because I had said in a previous video that I was going to use the rest of that yarn, and this, you know, it was just what I decided to do. I'm kind of glad I did, because the bear turned out really cute. Let me show you how cute it turned out. I mean, you saw most of it like during the filming of it, but so here is the final little bear. We're gonna call her Patches because she's using the patchwork yarn and she's got patches. I ended up doing teal on this patch to go with this purple patch, and then on the back I did the pink for that patch, and then I had found this blue color in my stash, and it's not exactly the same blue as that, but I think it still works. And then I ended up stealing some yellow from another skein of yarn to do that. So this is the final bear. Right now it's, let's see, it's almost 3 o'clock. So I timed most of the making of this bear, and she takes a good 3.5 to 4 hours to make. Now, you know, there were some times in there that the timer was going, but I was actually like not actually crocheting. So it was between 3.5 and 4 hours to make this. Granted, some of that time was on the treadmill, and I don't crochet very fast when I'm walking on the treadmill. But see, I have this thing where I made it a goal for myself in March to get 10,000 steps every day. And the only way that I can actually do that is if I walk on the treadmill. And I don't know about you, but I kind of think walking on the treadmill is boring. And so I started crocheting on the treadmill, and I don't go very fast. Like it's just like a 3, I think I said it in this video, I think. I just walk at like a 3 speed of 3. So it's not a fast walk. It's just casually walking, and I use Ribbler so that I can stay on like my place, so I can keep my place. And it makes time go by so fast. And so I was able to get quite a bit done on the treadmill. So I don't know. It's just what I do. I don't know why. Anyway, here's the little bear. I'm debating on pricing her. I said 50, but after now realizing that she takes almost 3.5 to 4 hours to make, I kind of think 50 is not enough for the amount of work that goes into this. When I had the auction and auctioned these off, they went for between $55 and $75, $80. Anyway, they are a lot of work, but they are super cute when they're done. This pattern and this yarn for this pattern actually works out well, because one of the things when I was making them the other way, I would have to plan out each color of like each arm and each leg. And so using that yarn just kind of took the whole guesswork out of like, you know, what color to place. And I really think it turned out cute, like for real, like it's pretty cute. And there wasn't anywhere where I felt like there was too much of one color. Like, I mean, it's kind of cute that the 2 legs are like that. Like this one looks like it's just an extension of that. And that's just how it worked out. But I think, I mean, I love it. I think it's turned out really cute. I have 2 more skeins of the patchwork. And what do you guys think? Do you like the little patchwork bear? And should I use the patchwork, the other 2 things of patchwork, and make 2 more? I don't know. What do you think? I guess if this one sells at the market on the 5th, then maybe I'll make 2 more and put them on my website over the summer. I could do that. Maybe. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next video is a Granny Square Sunday. And I'll be sharing the latest Granny Square that I made from the Modern Guide to Granny Squares, as well as show you the progress on my Granny Square cardigan, which, spoiler alert, as of right now, I haven't even worked on it this week. So we'll see how much I can get done between now and Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Why can't I get my phone? Okay, hold on. View clock. Okay. Oh wow, this shirt is really wrinkled. Okay. Okay, so I really think it turned out so cute.